My God. The last 24, 48 hours on the news, football has just been such a huge madness that you cannot even get your head round it. Just when things are going to get even more, well, what's the word am I looking for? Bizarre. We've sacked Jose Mourinho before the League Cup final. Replaced with Ryan Mason. There is so many things to talk about, you know. The Super Six, Jose Mourinho. It's going to be two topics in one video, but I'm going to try and be as quick as possible as I can, explaining my thoughts about both things, really. And I'll make them link up. But right now, we're going to be talking about the bigger... Actually, what is the bigger issue in the room? I can't decide. You comment that below. But I'll start off with the sacking of Jose Mourinho. Now, I know what I said previously, especially after losing embarrassingly, humiliatingly in the Europa League against Zagreb, that I said Jose Mourinho needs to go. I didn't specify specifically when exactly he needs to go, but I was imagining probably after the League Cup final because, I mean, Jose Mourinho pretty much did bring us there. I mean, really, the only difficult challenge we had was playing against Chelsea, who we beat in penalties. The rest was just easy wins that we really should be winning. No disrespect to the other teams that we played against. Jose Mourinho has got a good record with trophies, and I was kind of thinking that when we get to that League Cup final, this would basically be giving Jose Mourinho a chance, because this is arguably meant to be his forte, but his football exactly hasn't been his forte because, well, I blame it on the squad that we have, the players that we've allowed to have kept. No other top six side would keep the likes of Eric Dyer, Davinson Sanchez and whatnot. But instead, we've actually gone and sacked Jose Mourinho, and we've now appointed Ryan Mason as our manager. Now look, I gotta be dead honest, I thought our chances, right, I didn't think we even had a chance for the League Cup final. But if I had to compare between Jose Mourinho and Ryan Mason, I would probably say our chances were better with Jose Mourinho trying to win that cup. But now we've got Ryan Mason, who's got no experience as a manager, unfortunately had to retire at football early because of his injury. But on top of that, I never really rated Ryan Mason at Tottenham. Top bloke, don't get me wrong, but, you know, the qualities of footballer was never there. And now this is the likes that we've got to rely on for a very, well, which is going to be our biggest game of the season. I know people are going to disrespect about, you know, oh, it's a Mickey Mouse trophy, but it doesn't matter. That is a bigger trophy than the Aldi Cup, and no one can argue about that. There are a lot of rumours about why we sacked Jose Mourinho. To be honest with you, I think we should have sacked him after the League Cup final, if I had to be honest. If not, end of the season. But as usual, it's Levy and Enick just making a panic sack. That's what they've done. They've panically sacked Jose Mourinho. Just like what they did with Mauricio Pochettino. And I really don't know what else to say from there. Our club, I mean, listen, I'll talk about whether our club or football is dead. But there were rumours, as I said earlier, that Jose Mourinho was sacked because of his whole stance on the Super Six. But that actually isn't the case. The reason why he was sacked, and this is directly from Fabrizio, who is a very, very reliable source. Here we go! Whatever that thing is he says. But he was sacked purely because of his performance as a manager. And I will say this, his performance as a manager has been shocking. I mean, it's been shocking in terms of him choosing a starting 11 and who he chooses as a defence, back four, centre-backs and whatnot. But honestly though, I can't blame Mourinho too much for this, because quite frankly he had the worst ever team to manage in his managerial career. Let's be real on that. I have no resentment towards Mourinho, and I do appreciate he did give it a go. We saw the best of Harry Kane under Jose Mourinho. And, you know, I'm not going to be spreading hate on Jose Mourinho. I just think that maybe we as a club were not right for Jose Mourinho. Now, let's talk about the other thing. The European Super League, or the Super Six, whatever you want to call it, it's just the most ludicrous idea I've ever heard in my life. If you had a footballing mind, alright, you would understand that that just doesn't work with football. Where do I begin? But the only reason why it makes sense is because of one reason only, and that's money. Listen, I don't want to even sound like a communist here, but I might actually have to agree with a few ideas here. Money is the root of all evil. Football is a beautiful thing, and football is being ruined by money, by an evil. Alright, there's no other way to put it, yeah? God, some people are going to start calling me Trotsky in the comments section, but honestly, I don't care right now. Right now, alright, there's only one thing I care about, and it's football. And it's being ruined by these big media corporate capitalist idiots that are just ruining it. Interestingly enough, I was looking at a Sky Sports interview. I'll actually leave the link in the description below for you to watch for yourself there. But I found it so interesting how when they were releasing the terms and who said it, they kept the name of that person anonymous. That person was a club owner. The other person, I think, was a board member as well. And very clever thinking, yeah? It's a good thing you mentioned about this anonymously. Because if anyone found out who it was, listen, I never ever condone violence, but I will say that you have really got to look over your shoulder because you have angered the world of football. You really have done. It doesn't even make any sense. Like, what? So how does it work? It's basically going to be a pre-season friendly, like the ones you play in a FIFA demo mode before the game actually loads, or if you're too much of a cheapskate, you just play the demo mode. That's what it looked like it's going to be. Also, not to throw my club under the bus, but why are we actually in this? There's other teams in the league that have won the division more than us. So why not put them there? I don't understand why we're in this. Again, not to throw my club under the bus, but it's just really bizarre why we've been selected for this. I mean, West Ham are in the top 4, so surely give that to them? It's honestly really horrible to see this because football has been, over the years, getting more expensive, starting to kill off the original ideas of it, which is, you know, a sport for all, for everyone to attend to. But now, you know, with Premier League tickets that have risen basically by 500% in the last 25 years, I feel like this is the ultimate nail on the coffin. The last straw on the camel's back as well. Honestly, I think that it's good that fans are protesting about this, but it's not going to work. They're not going to care because they're getting investments for this anyway. So even if you stop buying their shirts or whatever, I mean, personally, I don't even want to buy a shirt from them anyway, if that's how they're going to treat us as fans. But regardless to that, it's not going to work, I don't think. The only thing that will work, however, is if players not only speak out on this, but they refuse to play. And players actually do have a lot of stake here, because that means they can't be able to play in Champions League or Europa League football, and they won't even be able to represent their team anymore, their national team, their country. Would they really want to get rid of all of this for that? A monstrosity of an idea that is clearly ruining football. You can see the picture behind me in the green screen. It was created by the poor, but stolen by the rich. And it's honestly a very heartbreaking thing to see as a football fan. I feel ashamed right now to even be a football fan of that top 6 that have been selected for this Super League rubbish. I really do. And honestly, it's not going to make anything better, but I will say, on the behalf of my idiotic football club, I am sorry. I genuinely am. I am sorry for all the other football fans that will have to suffer with this, you know what, with Sky and BT now probably charging extra and whatnot. And basically, sorry for ruining the league as well. Yeah, that's another thing I forgot to mention. We'll basically be banished from the Premier League. It doesn't make any sense, alright? The more I even recite it, the more ridiculous, ludicrous, idiotic it sounds. It genuinely does. But like I said, it doesn't matter. Because it's money. That's all it is. Money, 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 money. I think as well what footballers should also do is just basically refuse to play. Because how it works is that the whole reason why money is happening is because footballers are playing, right? You know, certain footballers with image rights and whatnot, you know, with brand deals, this, that, the other. They're the ones that are generating the business for these idiots. However, if these footballers refuse to play, now that would make an impact. That would make an impact. I think right now, this is going to be a classic. What it should be right now is something that used to be a very common thing in the olden days, when there was a huge connection between the fans and the footballers, the 12th man. Footballers and fans need to unite and fight against this evil. Yes, I've said it, it's an evil. It's an evil because it's destroying the beautiful game. It's a really sad day for football, and honestly, I don't know what's going to happen anymore, because the last 2 years of 2020 and 2021 has been a mind-blowing year with the pandemic, with scandals. This is another scandal as well. And we need to all get behind together as football fans and protest against this. Respect the guidelines, but do whatever you can to protest against this evil. Because I, for one, am not going to sit back and let this destroy my one and only sport that I love.